today I'm going to show you a crypto gem inside the gaming sector, which could do quite well in the up and coming bull market. Are you ready for that? Well, let's get into it. What's going on, people? My name is Aaron and welcome to UX Crypto. I hope all of you are doing well out there. So today, I'm going to show you an altcoin gem, which is in the gaming sector, and it could potentially do quite well. Are you ready? Well, then let's get into it. Here you go. This is the coin I'm looking at today, and it's called UFO Gaming. So this one has actually been found by one of my Patreon members. So shout out to him, William, if you were listening. Thank you very much. Really cool inside the gaming sector. But let's have a little look at the metrics. So if you're looking at the market cap is currently 41 million. All right, so not a really low cap gem, but kind of a low cap gem, right? Still, if you really care about circulating supply, then this one's for you, right? Because 100% of it is actually out, but supply is absolutely massive. All right, but 100% of it out, so that is something to consider. I don't really care too much about this. I probably weigh about 10% in my investment decisions around this. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's something to look at. You've got to look at the vesting schedule when you look into this stuff. But that's pretty cool that you've got 100% out. In terms of things to maybe think about or look at is, for example, the way that this is denominated. So it is like a meme coin a little bit, right? So some people might be put off from this, some people might not be, but something to think about, right? But there might be some hype around it, people saying, oh my God, imagine it goes to $1 or something like that, or 1 cent. Then obviously that's where this all comes in. But yeah, it's actually been through a bull market before, and it actually went absolutely parabolic up there. So the market cap at one point went to 989 million, so almost a billion. So yeah, quite good that it went to there. But obviously now the opportunity is here because we're getting in quite low. But recently, in the last month, it's actually gone up by 189%. So something to be wary of. And you've got a little bit of a parabolic run, but obviously a lot of gaming coins have, so that is fair enough. But still, as the saying goes, when in doubt, zoom out. What about UFO Gaming? What is it? Well, let's get into that. So here you go. This is UFO Gaming, and I'm just scrolling right now, and we can check out the site. So welcome to the future of blockchain gaming. Let UFO transport you into a dark metaverse and enter the future with play to earn gaming. So it's play to earn, really cool. They've got different games, right? So you can check these out right here. So our debut game, Super Galactic, will feature on an NFT marketplace, play-to-earn model, breeding and scarce playable NFTs. So we can watch the trailer. Let's have a little look. There you go, looks pretty cool, and you can see that you might be able to submit a game. So I'm assuming that they're putting games forward into this, so you could potentially have other games built on UFO Gaming, so which is pretty cool. So journey into the dark metaverse. So this is a whole metaverse. So this is obviously covering gaming and metaverse and NFTs. All right, so pretty cool indeed. So also one thing I found is quite interesting about this is the whole esports side of things. So I don't know if you guys know this, but esport is absolutely massive. So yeah, definitely something to consider there, right? So UFO Gaming has gained a robust esport presence by acquiring its own esport team. So they've got their own team, hosting large-scale tournaments, sponsoring streamers, and partnering with other esport companies. UFO has become a known brand within the esport industry. So yeah, that's very cool. So you can see here that you can stake, you can earn, and also mint. So that is good to see some good utility around the token. Also, we can see that they have a couple of partners here, so we'll get into that in a little bit. So there you go, that is our first pass with UFO Gaming. But obviously, you know what you're here for the channel for. We're here for in-depth research to understand if things are good and bad, right? So that is where I'm going to be doing the deep dive into this right now. So get ready, hold into your seatbelts, and let's do it. So the first place we're going to go is going to be the team, all right? So let's check that out. So the team, and in terms, if I go to about section right here, then you can't actually see the team, but in terms of like just trying to understand who they are, founded by a team of gaming crypto enthusiasts with years of experience. So that is one thing to maybe fact check, and I have done a bit of digging, so let me show you what I found. So if you go onto LinkedIn, you can find UFO Gaming right here. and they have a couple of employees. All right, so this is where I've dug deeper into some people. So here you go, we've got one guy called Eric S right here. I've got to say, I like his tagline, agile, before it was a thing, because obviously if you're in technology, agile is a buzzword that everyone talks about, and I quite like what he said there. But either way, right, we want to look at his history. So it says he's the CTO of UFO Gaming, which is actually pretty cool. And yeah, he's done some other stuff before, and he says that he's doing both jobs. So he's present at this Cogmento company as well. In terms of his history, we just want to look a little bit into that. So it's just a whole bunch of other brands. So he's been an engineering manager at Toyota before, but in terms of like big brands or maybe being a CTO, I can't see any history of that. But still not too bad. You know, what is Cogmento? What is he doing at the exact same time? So this is Cogmento. It is a CRM AI verifiable credentials for any business. So this is the other part what he's working with. He's obviously being able to integrate into different types of products here, which is quite cool. But yeah, obviously quite different for gaming. So something to think about right there. The other guy I looked at is this guy, so Narik, and says he's the co-founder, but I don't think he is, right? So it says board member partnerships on UFO Gaming, all right? And he's based in the UAE, and he's also got another company he's working at right now, and he's the co-founder of called Select Loyalty. So I had a little look at what that was, and and here you go. So pools, beach, and access in Dubai, and 5-star hotels across the UAE. So it's something to do with like luxury lifestyle brand and that type of thing. But yeah, it looks quite interesting. You've got a couple of partnerships there with DoubleTree, Hilton, stuff like that, and gyms. So something quite interesting. But in terms of it being relevant experience of gaming, obviously not really, right? But he's got some quite cool stuff. So he's been to London School of Economics as well, got a degree there. And if you go into some other experiences, you can just see what he has experience in. So technology consultant at PwC. So some pretty cool experience there, but obviously no absolute all-stars or anything like that. So the next place we are going to look at partners, right? Is there any big partners? Anything to note? Well, let's check that out. So here is the partners. So you can see that they have a couple of different partners, but main ones to note, I think, which are fairly interesting, is Chainlink and Kadena, because obviously Kadena doesn't seem to partner with that many different projects. You won't see them that much on here, but Chainlink, yeah, cool. Obviously Chainlink are doing quite a lot of different big things, so this could be quite beneficial. But yeah, pretty all right. Next thing we want to look at is the idea. Is it a big idea? What makes it so different? Has it got a unique selling point and all that type of stuff? Well, let's check that out. So in terms of the actual idea, obviously we have to benchmark it against like, you know, the product and all that stuff, which we will get into in a minute. But yeah, idea I think is quite good in crypto gaming. Obviously it is play to earn, and potentially there's other games what you can also put onto this as well. So they do obviously have one game out that you can see, and obviously they've got a metaverse. They're doing stuff inside the e-gaming. So yeah, pretty good. It's in a good narrative to potentially pump inside the bull run. And as you can see right now with the gaming trend going pretty parabolic at the moment, it is actually capitalizing on it. Obviously 2x inside of 1 month. So yeah, you can see that where this could fit in quite nicely. So the next thing I'm going to look at is the product, right? Is it a good product? Is it something that could potentially catch on? And let's check it out. So in terms of the product, obviously very much a crypto product, but in terms of it being like a cartoony type of game, I think this is actually quite good, because obviously a lot of these games are tailored to a younger generation as well. So you want to see it kind of not be too serious. So I think that has got it going for that. So you can see like the 3D characters, what looks quite cartoony, and you can see the different game modes inside of it as well. In terms of the gameplay, it looks quite decent, as you can see, right? Definitely something that you could play on a mobile device and potentially other devices as well. But yeah, it looks like it will be quite fun to play, right? And that is the main aim of the game, right? And obviously when it comes down to like, you know, styles and graphics and things like that, this looks like a game that a lot of people would play. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. But what about the socials, right? We want to see if it has a bit of buzz about it, and obviously it's been out since the last bull market, so we would have hoped that they've done a lot of development in that area. So let's check it out. So here you go, this is the Twitter account, and as you can see, they have been quite busy. So they've got 139,000 followers. Very, very interesting. And in terms of the interactions, they are looking very healthy. So you've got 336 comments on the last post, and then yeah, 2,000 likes, many views, and you can see there's quite a lot of interactions with a lot of stuff that they are actually posting out. So yeah, definitely looks legit, and I think the socials looking nice. So the next stuff is the coin utility. What can we do with this coin Is it going to be something worth holding? Like, well, let's check it out. So as we looked at before, you can stake, you can earn, and you can mint. So what we want to look at is staking UFO tokens with UFO ETH LP to earn plasma points. So basically you stake to get the different points inside the game. So plasma points will not be tradable. Within the plasma points, you can mint rare NFTs called Origin UFOs. There will only be a limited number of these available. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So you basically get the points to be able to get the NFTs, and that gives the NFTs value. So pretty cool. And you can earn, so whoever has the biggest stake gets the most plasma for each block. Lock your stake for the longer and it will count as a bigger share. So that's pretty cool. But would that, segregate certain people? I don't know, right? But obviously you might see these big whales just take it all, right? So maybe that's the incentive to try and get big whales into this. But yeah, and then minting, so spend plasma to mint Genesis NFTs, characters needed to play the Super Galactic. So yeah, pretty cool. So the next place we're going to go to Tokenomics, right? Like obviously we saw already it was quite good, but let's go into some other stuff around that. So in terms of Tokenomics, right, there's a couple of ways you can view this, right? So obviously 100% of supply being out is very bullish, right? Very good. But obviously there is a lot of coins, okay, like a shit ton, all right? So obviously when it comes down to that, that might want to be something you consider. And just looking at the denomination amount, I mean, it's kind of like meme tokenomics, you could say, right? But yeah, some people, this might be a really good thing. Some people might not. When it comes down to me, the way I look at these things, I don't really consider tokenomics that much. I'm looking at, for example, strong teams, partners, and, fundamentals around the project, right? If something is really good, then obviously I will look at the tokenomics and see how that would affect the price. But, 100% of nothing is nothing. Just remember that. Okay, so if you really like this project and you thought this is really, really cool and this could go far, then you need to be quite bullish on it, don't you? And then you need a bullish target, all right? So that is where we're going to go. We're going to find the bullish target. And that, for me, is a mutable X. And let me show you. Okay, so here we go, a mutable X, right? And you might be thinking, why a mutable X? So the reason being is mutable X is like a platform which you could build loads of different games on. And obviously it had a market cap before, and even now, which is like 1 billion, all right? So obviously the last time with UFO Gaming, we got to 900 million. And obviously if it was to do even better than that, then you could see it outperform the 900 million mark. And obviously user case, not exactly the same, but similar to a degree, because they obviously onboard other games as well as making their own games. So it's something to think about right there. So bullish target number one, we're going to look at the current market cap, right? And that is 1.3 billion, all right? And what would happen if we got UFO Gaming 42 million into that? Okay, so let's do some calculations real quick. So what we are going to do is we're going to do 42, and that's going to be a million, times by 31, and that gives us 1.3 billion. Okay, and there you go. If you want to go back, you can see that that is pretty damn spot on. All right, so there you go, 31x. So obviously 31x seems pretty cool, but what if you were super bullish, right? You want to see this go to the moon and back, and you think it could do way better than what I just showed you. Well, let's get into that then. Okay, so the super bullish target is going to be the same coin, but on the all-time high, all right? So if we want to see what that was, it was at 1.750 billion, all right? So we are going to do 42, which is the market cap of UFO Gaming, and we're going to times that by, ironically, 42, and that gives us 1.764 billion, which is pretty spot on to what I just showed you there at 1.75 billion. There you go, 42x. If you're really bullish on this and you think this is going to go to the moon, then you should definitely check out the scores that I have given UFO Gaming, and it is inside of my cheat sheet. So this is my cheat sheet, and obviously I'm not showing you scores on this, but you can see all the different coins I've actually graded on here. And we've got nearly 80 coins now that we've actually done full-on in-depth reviews for with scores. And the really cool thing about this is you can see the good from the bad, and the ones which you should definitely consider, ones that are in opportunity zones, all of these cool things, right? And so far our portfolios are absolutely smashing the market. If you want access to this, you should join the Patreon, and we actually have over 80 coins now inside of this, and this is really powerful if you want to know about fundamentals of coins, right? You can see at the bottom right here, you can see gaming, right? And this is going to let us identify the opportunities between market caps, degen coins, small caps, mid-cap gems, and all of those different things inside of gaming. Also be able to find out the best teams inside of the gaming sector, as well as all of the best metrics. So if you have an investment thesis and you think that, you know, the best teams inside of gaming are going to be making these coins do absolutely well, then you know exactly where to go. So that is how you can use this sheet, and it will really help you guys out. If you want to join and see me at the top, then yeah, how do you want to go? And guess what? Great news, we've actually sold out on our first 30% offer. And yeah, all of those spaces are now gone. So the price is now $29.99, and there's only 50 spaces which are going to be on this tier. And yeah, after that, the prices are going to go back up as well. So get in while you can. This one only lasted 2 weeks. And obviously all the people now inside of this are really happy. I've had great feedback. You can see on the screen right now some of the feedback. But what do you get? Okay, so you get access to the Moneyball cheat sheet, which you saw some of the coins on there, but you have not obviously seen all the scores and all the power behind it. And you've got access to the full strategy breakdown, how this all works. You've got bullish targets, where do I think this is actually going to be going? And you've got access to be reviewed list. So this is really powerful. This is literally all the coins I'm looking at with and about to go deep into. And you can obviously get into them and look at them before I even have, right? So very cool. And the VIP Discord is very useful. We've literally got 4 coins from this group now, which have obviously pumped quite a lot, and I can definitely tell you this is a really good place to be. You should definitely be inside this VIP Discord. So there you have it, guys. My cheat sheet is actually taken towards nearly a year to actually fully come into existence. Obviously, I've been building it for a long time. So obviously, all the research I've ever done is in this sheet, okay? So if you really value research and you want to be a fundamental investor, this is where you need to be. So link in the description to get it. If you like this video, then do a lovely little like right there, and let me know what you thought of UFO Gaming. And if you want to know about any other coins, then definitely suggest some down there. If you want me to cover them and you think they're worth covering, get to this journey to the top together. And if you are not subscribed, then you know what to do, man. Press that subscribe button. But on that note, if you want to see each other at the top, then you should definitely check out this video right here, because it explains way more about the cheat sheet. And you should definitely check out this project right here, because this one's also an absolute beast. So if I don't see you though, I'll see you at the top. Bam.